Hello my friends, today I'm gonna introduce you to a dish that is so versatile. It is eggplant caponata. I'm using eggplant as the main ingredient, and caponata is a dish that can be like a relish, something that is versatile because you can use it as a side dish near meats to accompany meat dishes, or it can be on a toasted bread like a bruschetta type of thing, topping, and it can also be made into a meal by itself if you add it into, let's say, pasta for instance, and you add a little bit more kind of maybe ricotta cheese with it, and it's gonna make a wonderful quick lunch or a vegetarian meal that is very, very satisfying. The difference between ratatouille and caponata is that caponata has salty, sour, and a very good combination and balance of flavors that will make it like a relish, and it's less saucy than the ratatouille. Ratatouille is something that has a lot of sauce, and but they both are best eaten at room temperature, not while they are really, really hot. Try it and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna make it with many other dishes that you're serving during the year. So the ingredients, the main ingredient here is eggplant. I'm using those eggplants because I love them. They has almost no seeds. They are very sweet and delicious from the inside, but you can use any eggplant in the market, even those big ones. It needs to be about 1 1/4, 1.5 pounds of eggplant. What I did, I roasted them. I cut them into cubes and I put them in the oven and I roasted them with some olive oil. They will be added into the base that we're gonna be cooking today. Now what we need is one medium onion. I had a red onion, you can use also yellow onion, roughly chopped, and I chopped it in my Magimix. 2 celery sticks that they are diced. 2 tablespoons of capers drained from their brine. 1/4 of a cup roughly chopped green olives. 1/4 cup raisins. I used golden raisins. I like the flavor more than the black raisins. I have half a teaspoon of red crushed pepper flakes. You can use less. You can use 1/4 of a teaspoon. We like it hot, so I'm using half. And a bay leaf. I have 1/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar, and I have a heaping tablespoon of red pepper paste, and it comes in this jar. This is an optional, but I think it gives a much richer flavor to the dish. It's a couple of anchovy filets, and this is the anchovies that I use out of a can like this. 2 teaspoons of honey, some salt and pepper, and I will use about 1 cup of crushed fresh tomatoes. This is what I have here, but you can use also canned tomatoes. So those are all the ingredients. Let's begin. I'm heating my pot here. I will add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is 1, and this is 2. To that also I will add my anchovies, and again this is optional, but I think it gives a great flavor to the dish. I will let it dissolve first. As soon as my pot is gonna get hot, into this I will add my onions and my pepper paste. Now after I mixed all my onions with my peppers, I will also add the celery, and if you feel that there is not enough oil for the celery also to saute, so don't be shy, add a little bit more olive oil. Just let them cook for about 10 minutes alone like this until they are softened and cooked. Okay, now that our celery onion mix has softened, I will add my olives, my capers, my raisins, peppers, bay leaf, some salt, not too much, some black pepper, the vinegar, red wine vinegar. Mix and add the tomatoes. And let this cook so the bay leaf gives its flavor and all the other ingredients further flavor the sauce here. And the sauce is gonna reduce and dry a little bit. And since the eggplant is already cooked, I'm not gonna add it now. I will add it later because I don't want it to get too mushy. Into this, I will also add about a teaspoon of honey. If you like it sweeter, you can add 2 teaspoons of honey. I tend not to like it too sweet. Okay, now that it has cooked for about 8 to 10 minutes, I will add the eggplants and they will absorb the flavors. And now this will need to cook 2 or 3 minutes just to give time for the eggplant to become part of the family here. Okay. Make sure not to mix too much so you don't mush the eggplants. Now that the caponata is ready, I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit parsley and mint. You can choose either or as well. And I will also add a little bit pine nuts for crunch. Now, as I said before, this is a versatile dish that is great on toasted bread, like bruschetta type. It is very good pair to any grilled meat or any roast or anything like that. Or if you wish, you can make your own meal out of it. I have some orzo that I have cooked before over here. So I'm gonna put some orzo in my plate. And I will add some of the caponata on top. And on top of that, some fresh ricotta to give it some creaminess. So top it with that. Put a little bit of parsley. Mix and eat. Delicious. Really yummy. It's a meal. It's not even a side dish, or it's not in the way I'm serving it right here in this plate. It stopped being a relish or something to serve on the side. It became a main dish. Enjoy it.